Give us an idea of just big picture overview, like your offensive philosophy. What is it? Who's it most influenced by? How would you describe it?
Well, I am the product of great coaching from my time at Trinity High School in Louisville, Kentucky, under Bob Beatty. Then I played for Jeff Brom, played for Matt Wells, played for Mike Groh, Sean Watson, Bobby Petrino, Charlie Strong, Tom Herman, Hank Carter at Lake Travis High School, Jeff Traylor, and now here with Dan. So my background is I've been blessed. I've been around some unbelievable human beings that know how to coach the game at the highest level. And offensively, our job is to get our best players the ball as many times as possible. It's not plays are highly overrated. It's about the players. And here at Oregon, we have unbelievable players. Really excited to work with them. We really base out of a pro style offense, but with spread principles, RPOs, run action pass, play action pass. I like to think that we're multiple in our personnel groupings, in our formations, and we want to be an attacking offense that throws the ball down the field.
George Franklin described you as less energetic than Kenny Dillingham the other day when we asked him. Was that an accurate description? You think you're more down to business? How would you describe yourself as a coach?
I'm me. I'm Will Stein. I've been the same dude, I hope, for a long time. Treat people the right way. Coach this game hard, aggressive, passionate, and just I love being around these guys.
What was it about Oregon that made you pursue this opportunity?
You know, the universe works in mysterious ways. I just did my job the best of my ability at UTSA. I was where my feet were, was not looking to leave, and I was presented with an opportunity to interview for this job with Coach Lanning, and like to think I did a pretty good job to land this position.
Is it surreal? Your rise is quick, and you were coaching high school not that long ago. To be where you are now, has that been kind of a surreal process?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit misinterpreted that I was in high school ball, yes, and it was an unbelievable opportunity. But I played major Division I football at quarterback. I coached at Texas, coached at Louisville. So before I got into high school, I was a college football coach. Went back down to high school, coached a kid named Garrett Wilson, who was a first-round draft pick, a kid named Hudson Card. At a 6A Division I school in Texas, which to me is like an FCS level, organization. And then the last 3 years at the highest level in Conference USA with really great players that went toe-to-toe with some big-time Power 5 conference foes. So the game of football hasn't changed. It's about blocking, it's about tackling, it's about getting really good players. And here at Oregon, I might just be working with a little bit different level player. And obviously on a grander stage, but it's something that I'm accustomed to and ready to go.
What's your relation to Bo Nix from afar, and then how has it changed since you started working with him?
I always thought he was such a great player from afar. Obviously his time at Auburn might not have been what everybody else expected it to be, but I know he appreciates everything that happened there because it's where he is now, and it brought him to Oregon. And then getting on the phone with him initially, I was a little mind blown by just his intensity and what he was looking for from a coach and an offensive standpoint. And he asked questions that were extremely mature and well thought out. And he's made me better as a coach. He puts, me in a position to really think as a coach, which I really appreciate.
How much does that change your first year with a team, though, when you do have a quarterback who has 4 or 5 years of experience and you're not? Is it kind of feeling out to see what works for him and then kind of bringing more? Or like how's that balance work?
Yeah, I think, the 2022 Oregon offense is very similar to the style of offense that I'm accustomed to. So coming in here, meeting with Bo, really feeling out what he likes offensively, not as that's a bad way to put it, what he likes in the passing game, running game, what he's comfortable with, and then making sure he knows what I'm comfortable with, blending it together with ultimately Coach Lanning's philosophy of running the football, being physically tough, playing clean, dictating tempo, and blending it all together. We have a great coaching staff, from Junior Adams, Malik Terry, Drew Maringer, Carlos Laughlin, our support staff. We have a lot of smart guys in our room. Don't try to outthink ourselves and put our players in a really good position to make plays.
When you go your assessment of just Bo's growth for his 5th year, it's pretty rare in college athletics. You see a 4-year starter get a 5th year to start, but where's his his focus this spring for you?
Yeah. Physically, he's been there. He's a great looking prospect for the next level. He's physically there, can make every throw in the book, but I think mentally his game is extremely sharp. not only understanding what we do on offense, but understanding our defense and then our opposing defenses. He's, mastering his craft in terms of understanding the full picture. So I think his growth has been really good so far, and I can't wait to see where it goes.
When
How's
you
it been
install,
getting out in a new environment, new city, new team? What's your experience been?
It's been good. The people here in Eugene have treated me extremely well. Coach Lanning and the staff has welcomed me with open arms. The city of Eugene, I think it's a really underrated food scene. I mean, I really like the food. I haven't had a bad meal yet. So I'm excited to keep exploring. We haven't had a lot of time to, just since we've been here, been recruiting, finding a house, getting situated, but I'm excited about it.
Coming into a program that had a pretty successful offense last year, how have you kind of put the Will Stein turn on it starting in the spring?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, you have to recognize that there's some really good players here and they had a lot of success. So how do we build on that? I think we just fine tune the details, tweak where we need to tweak, and then let our kids go play. My big thing is set them free. Let's not overcomplicate this game. It's always been about players. We have great players here. Put them in really good positions to make plays, and let our quarterback go have a lot of fun.
What are some of your goals for the offense this spring?
My goal is to make sure we have one more point at the end of the game, right, than our opponent. But, we just want to get better every day, take that 1%. This week's all about being good to great, right? So Oregon's always been good, but how can we take that next step to get to that 1% of the national picture and take those next steps? And really, it takes practice, it takes preparation, and then that just work.
when you go about installing in this offseason, when you've got guys who did third coordinator in 3 years, for Bo a fifth in 5 years, how much did you retain for their ease versus implement what you've got because that's your language?
Right. Well, I think, Dan's been awesome from the get-go. Obviously, want to make sure Bo's extremely comfortable, and Ty and the rest of the offense. So there's a lot of universal language in football. And like I said, with the previous, OC, I thought they did a really good job. Number one is just to recognize when people do really good jobs. So how can we take that? How can we blend it into what I know and how I call it and tweak where we need to? But I've been in 7 different systems in my life. Calling something concrete or sky, it really doesn't matter to me what we call it. It's kind of how we do it, how we practice, and then how do we get our best players the ball.
Bo had a lot of autonomy last year by way of he made a lot of calls on the field, a lot of audibles, those things. How much freedom do you intend to allow him in this offense?
Yeah, we always want our quarterback to have the freedom to check plays when necessary and to feel really comfortable with those looks and why we're doing it. I don't want just somebody to go out there and check just because we want to check. It needs to be the specific look versus certain coverage versus certain pressure. And Bo does a really good job of that in the run game and protection. So we're obviously going to allow him to make us right. Anytime I can hand the car off to a really good player that understands how I'm thinking and he can go make us right on the field, then I'm going to let that happen.
Coach, you mentioned running, the quarterback running. In 21, Anthony Brown runs for 700 yards almost. Bo 500. How important is it in your offense for the quarterback to expect those kind of numbers? And do your backups have that ability?
Yeah, I mean, running the quarterback, you have a clear numbers advantage typically in the run game. So we want our quarterback to obviously be mobile, be creative in the pocket, and there's situational, having the situational awareness when to run the quarterback is critical. So I don't plan on running our guy multiple times into loaded boxes just to do it. It's got to be really specific to the game plan. But yeah, I think Bo's numbers last year, if we can get that again this year, we'll be in good shape.